This is Golden Tee Arcade Classics. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. We've got Golden Tee 3D from 95, Golden Tee 97 from 97, Golden Tee 98 from 98, and then we've got Golden Tee 99 from 99, Golden Tee 2K from 2000, and Golden Tee Classic from 2001. And then there's also World Class Bowling from 95 and Shuffleshot 99. I feel like they just kind of threw those in there to just kind of pad out the game. There's arcade flyers, so it's like, oh yeah, the fun, the thrill of golfing. Kind of a nice little touch. Alright, it's time for some Golden Tee. Yeah, it's this is an experience. So if you want to play something like the old school golf games, this has got to be like one of the nicher kind of things I think out there. Like it's kind of neat, but like, yeah, it's an experience, that is for sure, if you are wanting to play really old school golfing games. Like these are very much the longest drive. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Look at me, I'm a champion. So anyways, yeah, it's quite an experience to be able to go back and play these old games and see what they're like and enjoy them. And it's like I said though, this has got to be like a really niche, nostalgic kind of thing for a specific group of individuals, but it's kind of cool. Like, these are the classic golf games. Like, I don't know if I'm sure you've seen these, but if you are older or something, like, I remember seeing these. That was not what I wanted to do at all. Mulligan! Oh. Mulligan, yeah. Anyways, it's just kind of, like, interesting to see these games available again in the modern era and, like, playable, because, like, it is, you know, it's kind of funny because these things are, like, pretty ancient, archaic things, but they aimed to simulate, you know, golf in a time. Wow, that was terrible. Golf at a time when it was hard to, like, do golf stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, the technical element of it. So we're gonna go to Golf 97. We've only got so much time to show off each of these, so it's gonna be, like, pretty tight with so many games, right? Alright, so yeah, so you can play alone, or you can play with up to 4 players in most experiences. You get, like, a couple different courses. You've got to... Wow, that was terrible. You've got to kind of learn the... Can we go back? Yeah, you got to kind of learn the style of it. And it's sort of like a hold, so you move the left stick over, like, the ball, and then you kind of, like, use B, like, kind of a hold B, and then you use the swing thing on the actual controls. So you're not actually, like, you're not actually controlling the swing as you would in a modern, I guess you would say, golf game. Like, it is a lot more, like, hard to describe. It's a lot more controlled, it's a lot more, like, analog. It's, like, sort of almost like you're using a touchscreen, if that makes sense. Oh, that sucks. I had that coming, though. Can we mulligan that? That was hilarious. Bonk. 70 gamer scored, yeah. There we go, I got it. Yeah. Hey, that's good enough. That is so funny. Oh, wow. Okay. Chipped a shot in with a wedge. Yeah, we're rolling. But anyways, it's kind of neat. Like, I find these kind of things fascinating. It's a 4K resolution. I guess you would say it's 60 FPS, but I mean, like, you know, like, realistically, like, it's an arcade thing. You're just watching a flat screen kind of, you know, move a ball around, right? You're not really anything going on in this, right? Like, it's pretty straightforward for what it is, but it works intuitively enough. You know, like, I think it gets the job done. You know, like, it handles well, it plays well. I don't really have, like, complaints in that regard as to what it is. Like, it's a pretty straightforward experience, and it just aims to simulate the style that is is golf, which is kind of neat. Like, again, to me, this is an incredibly niche. There's Golden T98. This is an incredibly niche experience that you would dive into, and it's almost like you really have to have, like, you know, kind of played these back in the day, or just find this kind of stuff fascinating. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, what is this? You know, because some of you might be watching this and just being like, huh? Like, what? I feel like, yeah, well, these were, you know, kind of what you had back in the day, like if you were playing on an arcade. So with any of the games, at any point, you can press the start button, and then you have the option to reset your game, create saves, load saves. There's a how-to settings, there's player settings, your input setup, sensitivity, remapping controls, different profiles for each of the different 4 players if you're playing that way. And then there's screen modes, so original, full, you can have a filter, CRT, curved, CRT, or off, and then there's border on or off. So then we finally have game modifications, timeouts, everything like that. So they give you a bunch of different settings for how you want to play it. So if you want to play it like, oh, you know, it's more immersed, like it's taking up the full screen, blah, blah, blah. Or if you want to play it from the angle of like, hey, you know, I want this to feel like it was back in the day on an arcade machine, and that's where you would play. Oh, come on. That's where you would play the regular style, as to say, right? So, anyways, there we go. Boom, bang, got it in. That's what I'm talking about. And that's where, you know, it's pretty easy going. It's kind of nice setup with instant replay. It's kind of good. You can also see like some of the little innovations they made from like game to game. We got games a lot faster back in the day. People probably maybe don't even realize that nowadays, but like back then games were releasing at such a fast rate, and they were improving technically at such a fast rate, and you just yeah, you don't really get that anymore, like the tech advancements like we used to, which is honestly a bit of a shame, because I miss getting franchises more concurrently, right? Oh, in the water? Oh, get out of here. No way. So you're supposed to land it on like an island and there's like a water hazard in the middle? That just seems ridiculous. Anyways, so that's kind of the setup aesthetically for each of the different options. Alright, so we gotta go into the next game here. Sorry, there's so many of them, I'm trying to fit them all in, as to say. Golden Tea 99. Coconut Cove. That's where I want to go. That's where all the cool coconuts hang out. No, we do it on that one. But, you know, again, the settings and stuff, entirely the same if you want to have a border on or off or anything like that. Super easy going. Kind of nice. Ooh, longest drive ever. Nice. Good for me. What can I say? I'm just a hero. Like, I think the touchpad kind of concept, like, it works. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a bit simpler compared to what we have in golf games today.
Trying for birdie.
Oh, come on. If that makes sense, like,
Trying for par.
you know, nowadays you get a lot more intricacies in golf games. We honestly don't even really get that many golf games, do we? Definitely a severe lack of them, almost. But I think it really gets the job done, personally. Like, it's effective. It's pretty fun and exciting gameplay-wise, if you're, like, wanting something simple and nostalgic. I don't really know how well this would, like, necessarily hit... Oh, water one? Wow. I don't know how well this would hit with the younger audience these days. Like, this might just seem a bit... He just smashed the golf club over his knee there. That's genuinely fascinating. That's a cool touch. I don't even know why you would animate that in there, but I love that they have that in this game. That is hilarious. I've never noticed that. The knee breaking thing. Wow. But yeah, you get a lot of different courses, a lot of different setups for each of these games. As I said, it's actually pretty well put together. Like, it's a nice little compilation pack. It's incredibly niche, but you know, it works. Landed on the green in one shot. That's what I'm talking about. Give me that good old achievement.
Golf for one. Trying for birdie.
Okay, we're just gonna totally go and quit to the next thing there. No reason at all. Golden Tee 2K. This is when things started to get real. Stone Valley, Sea Heaven, or Coyote Run. I like the idea of Sea Heaven. See, they were kind of pumping these games up. Game studios, they could make so many games so much faster back in the day. What just happened there? Can we mulligan that, eh? There we go. Much better shot. I think it's also like a long distance. It's neat because it gives it the appearance of kind of being like a real golf course and stuff like that. That's what video games were. I feel like a lot more video games back in the day relied a lot more on like imagination, if that makes sense. Like it was when you think back to certain games, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is how it was in my head, it was realistic and stuff, and then you replay them and you're like but I do believe to a degree your mind kind of filled in the gaps and stuff to make them feel more believable back then, and it's just now that you see so much more realistic games that you would kind of like, yeah. Even actually golf used to be like a really technically impressive kind of thing in gaming, visually, but I actually do feel like even golf games have lost a bit of their like technical prowess over the years. Oh, come on. Like they look good, but they don't really like, you know, low-way technology standards. Which is funny because sports games always used to be the best technical showcase of like a new console, but I think those days are kind of long gone. Did I overshoot that? That's nice. Like I bet an achievement's getting like a hole in one, and I'm just like, oh, never gonna be able to get one of those. Nice and easy. That's what I like to see. I guess if you got really good at this, since it is so like basic mechanically set, I think you could, in theory, if you wanted to, probably line up like the perfect shots on like repeat or something like that. Classic. Scorpion Bend. I mean, that sounds pretty awesome. It seems like each of these ones, you get like a regular course, you get like an aquatic kind of beach course, and then you get like a bit of a desert course. Not the best start, but I'll take it. I think it's okay. Am I gonna get there? I like that you can see like a little in-depth from the ball, you get to see like the shadow of the ball coming over. You get to see me totally go off to the side there. That's good enough for me. I like that. That's good. That's what we like to see. Golden Tee. Ugh. Oh, this is a nice little package. It's exactly how you remember it from your days at the arcade. Or your local watering hole. Yeah, I think I remember these more being something you would see at like a place where you would go for drinks or like a club or something like that. Not that I'm that old, but like, I don't know how to describe that. Like you would go to some kind of sporting place or something and you would see this kind of a thing, or some kind of restaurant would have stuff like this. Yep, restaurants? Yeah, I think restaurants would have locations such that, like, you know, locations with stuff like this. Same with this and like Buck Hunter, I would kind of think about. At least from what I remember where I've seen these Golden Tees before, but that was a long time ago. I couldn't even remember the last time I saw one of these things, but it's just kind of neat for me because I'm just like, oh wow. You know, when I saw it pop up, I was like, what a random assortment of games. Which is what I specialize in, honestly. I'd love taking a look at games like this, you know. For me, games like this are quite special in a sense, but for others, it's just like, what is this sort of a thing? I hope I don't make you feel too old or anything, but I mean, let's be real here. If you're remembering these games, you're probably a bit aged, as to say. That's okay.
Oh, it's in the beach.
Really into the sand. Right for the sand. No sand is gonna stop me. I assumed it was an achievement. Birds of prey. Got an eagle. Oh, nice. Shuffleshot. So this is one of the kind of thrown in extra modes, I guess. So yeah, I figure they just own the rights to these games, and like technically they're similar. Like they got this still same sort of like control mechanic. But like, yeah, definitely a bit of a choice to include this. I'm I'm like, shuffleboard, really? I was like, okay. I mean, it's like a pretty detailed you know, it's like a pretty detailed board, right? Like it looks quite good. Oh, that was way off to the side there. Like, I think, like, visually, it looks pretty nice, and it captures the shuffleboarding. Guess that wasn't in. Okay. It works! Like, yeah, it's not bad. It looks 3D-ish, too. That's the thing, is a lot of it was, like, giving the appearance of, say, a visual 3D kind of thing. I don't really remember seeing this anywhere. It's always like, why would you, for this kind of a thing? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. 10 off? Oh, come on! For this type of a thing, why would you necessarily want to, oh, I'm doing horribly this round. Why would you necessarily want to play this when you can go and, like, do, like, the real thing? Was always a question, but then again, I didn't really do much shuffleboard, but... yeah. I was hoping to hit the 10 off score thing would have been pretty nice, because I think I came out really behind on that round. Okay. Oh wow. Look at the time. Time to go for bowling. We got bowling mode. So I guess they did the golf stuff. It was successful, and they're like, hey, what can we apply our technology to? And they're like, bowling is kind of similar, same with shuffleboard. And that's sort of what we ended up with. Oh, I didn't realize the new set of balls had come. Okay. It's interesting. Like, it works well. Bowling. This stuff, though, really feels like... it's sort of like, okay, what else can we scrounge up pretty easily for extra, like, value in our package? Oh, come on. Can give me the strike? Wow. That one again? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Is this, like, designed to, like, not just give me a strike or something? Like, it's always, like, that one pin, and it's just like, no. I must hold the line. It's always the last pin. There we go. Strike. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, that was terrible. Obviously, you're not a golfer. Got a strike. That's actually a pretty funny achievement. That's quite comical. That's another strike. This is kind of fun. I mean, it's pretty simple, and there's like 4 billion, you know, bowling games out there, but this isn't too bad. So, I mean, it works well enough. The controller, I get what they're going for with the controls. I still think a more modernized control scheme would have been, like, maybe a good idea as far as, like, using just the right stick would have been nice. I guess you could, in theory, maybe try... Oh! That ruined my 2 strikes. That was bad, too. You could, in theory, remap things, but, you know, you kind of get what you get. Anyways, it works well enough. It's a nice little package. I think it's more of a nostalgia play for people. I can't see why someone that's maybe younger would really have a lot of intrigue in this one, but it is a nice little package. It gives you some nice quality life improvements. It's a nice little selection of games.